lecture material, additional topic that we have discussed in our lecture. What are the components of marketing plan? Even in this week's, even in your assignment, you are required to conduct a marketing plan. And we all know that marketing plan would have several components, but I don't want to discuss all the components of marketing plan. You can always listen to the lecture. But when it comes to the marketing plan, it is actually combination of three major activities. The first one is situation analysis. So you need to undertake a thorough analysis of the external and internal environment of the organization. So analysis of the political, economical, social, technological, as well as the internal environment of the organization enables businesses to identify their overall objectives, and also it enables them to identify their possible target market. So the first step of a marketing plan is the situation analysis. Obviously there are several sub steps under the situation analysis, but I'm not going to go in there. And then after the situation analysis, then the second step is obviously developing a marketing program, which refers to developing the marketing strategies related to the marketing mix elements. And then final one is implementation and control. Quite often this is the most challenging part of any marketing plan. Like, you can plan fancy stuff, it's very easy to come up with a plan, but that execution is often the hardest part of the marketing plan. So organization will have to carry out all the plans related to their product, price, place, promotion, and other elements such as people, process, and physical evidence. So when it comes to that execution, marketers usually answer to the questions such as who, when, where, and how. So a lot of questions that needs to be answered when it comes to carrying out the plan. And then we have got the control measures. So organizations do use various control measures in order to actually see to what extent their plan has been successful. For example, a simple balance sheet can be used, or just return of investment can be used in order to just quickly check how well you are doing, or how well the business is performing against the objective that was set in the beginning. So there are various control measures: the break-even analysis, the return of investment analysis, and then organizations can undertake a lot of complex financial measures as well in order to see whether their plans are successful or not. So that's the last part of a marketing plan. So now once again, just revisit. So what are the three elements of the marketing plan I just talked about? The first of all, you need to understand the market, right? So you need to conduct a situation analysis. We may call it SWOT analysis. So you to understand. Okay, once you understand the situation analysis, then you define the target market, and based on your target market, you develop the marketing strategy. And the final step is implementation and control, which refers to the execution. So that is the second part that we have learned in our this week's lecture. So just to very quickly recap, two key learning themes in this week's lecture. The first one is the strategic planning process and the 4 steps associated with the strategic planning process. You might not be very sure about the product portfolio metrics we just talked about right now. Don't worry about that. We will practice that during our tutorials as well, so that you're going to be absolutely fine. But apart from that, we have also talked about the marketing plan. So the 4 steps are, once again, one key learning takeaway, or I would say 2 key learning takeaway from this week's lecture would be the 4 steps of a strategic planning process. Starts with the mission statement, definition of strategic objectives, and then number 3 is defining the business portfolio, and number 4 is developing marketing strategies, which is consistent with the goals and objectives of the organization. And then in the second part, we talked about the marketing plan. Now, in terms of the marketing plan, I will explain the assignment very soon, and your tutors are going to talk about the marketing plan during the tutorials, so please listen to them. But I want you to select an organization that has the potential to success. So usually we prefer you to select a business which is small or medium sized in nature, and you have to actually identify a new market for that particular business. So it could be an existing business, it could be a hypothetical business, does not really matter. This could be something that you want to do in future, and you develop a marketing plan for it. We had a lot of students in our unit previously who has developed marketing plan through this unit, and then later on they have materialized their marketing plan. So please select a business, or please select a product or service for developing your marketing plan which is close to your heart. And at the end of the semester, or in next 5 years, if at least one or two of you out of this class materializes their marketing plan, I will think that all my effort has also been materialized. So thank you very much. I think I have taken a bit longer than I should have, but thank you very much for listening to this week's lecture. I hope all of you have a good weekend. And if you have any questions, as usual, please email your tutors or feel free to shoot an email to me. Ciao. Bye bye.